All right. So welcome to week number 5 of the masterclass. This is Marty Orifice, founder of Loving Autism. Got some fancy new shirts here. And tonight we're going to wrap up our training together. So let me see real quick if we can just mute. Oh, there we go. Manage. I got you, Krista. You're all good. There we go. All right, so tonight we're wrapping everything up, and our goal is to help our children thrive, and I've shown you exactly what we need to do in order to make that happen. And if we're not implementing what we've been learning, then it doesn't make sense to continue to just dump more and more information on you guys. So if you just implement what I've already taught you over the past 4 weeks, both you and your child's life will look drastically different in just a few short months. That said, I can't do it for you. So you're going to hear that theme quite a bit tonight, but it's true. So before we get going, let's walk through a little bit of housekeeping. As long as technology works together with us, this call will be recorded and placed in the members area tomorrow, as well as the audio only version, so you can listen on the go, as well as any links to products and things like that. So tonight's a little bit different because part of our time together is going to be set up as a workshop. So that means you'll get to participate, to get specific questions answered, help with challenges you're facing, ask any questions. Really, the time is yours and we can just use it to work together. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat bar as we go, and we'll get to it during the workshop section. Also, I'll be asking you guys to jump on and talk, or if you're feeling very brave tonight, you can turn on your video and show your smiling face. We already have a few people that are lined up to do that. So the point here tonight is not to just learn a bunch more and walk away smarter. The goal of this entire training has been to give you the tools required to implement these life changes and then make better decisions along the way to help you heal your child. So I'm here as your guide tonight, and you'll get the opportunity to use me as much as you'd like. So number of goals for tonight in this training. I'd like to show you what's possible if you implement what I've taught you. And so we're going to have a few examples of that besides my story. And we're going to hear from 2 different moms who committed to a better life for their family. And I think you guys will just be blown away hearing their stories. And we'll also be doing a quick recap of some of the highlights and then rolling into our workshop section. And I'll stick around as long as we need to. Also, I'm going to be looking for feedback on this training. Testimonials, wins, success stories. Did you like it? Did you not? Was it too scientific? Not enough? Too short? Too long? All those things. We're going to be sending out a survey to you at the end. I think it's ready. I'm not 100% sure, but most likely it'll be emailed out tomorrow. And I would just really appreciate it if you just take like 3 minutes, and if you just fill it out and just, you could say, hey, you're the best, or, you know, need a little bit of work. Before we get going, as always, I am not a doctor. Don't pretend to be one. I'm a father that's done a ton of research and done a tremendous amount of experiments and just put a ton of time into this and found stuff that is based in science and really works. Everything expressed here, though, is my opinion and not medical advice. So do your own research. All right. So over the past 5 weeks, things have gotten spicy, haven't they? Covered a ton of ground. Your heads are like barely fit into your cars now, just filled with tons of information. But change isn't easy, especially for our kids. But the only way to get them to thrive is if we commit. And I can't do it for you. So, and I said this before, and I'm just going to repeat it because it's worth repeating, is that you can't ask your child to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And that's just a really important concept. So if you're making changes in the family, it makes it a heck of a lot easier if the entire family's on board and doing it with them. So quick question, are you interested or are you committed? Interested is reading the blog post. Committed is pulling the pin on the grenade, right? You guys have shown that you've been committed enough to stay with me throughout this entire process for 5 weeks. And I know that hasn't been easy. Life is crazy. This is, bedtime, dinner time. So I applaud you for that. And you already have the information you need, truly. And it's taken me years of study, experimentation, coaching, hiring mentors, all that in order for me to put this together for you guys. So now that you have it, it's up to you. Now, we're all committed to something, and for each one of us, that can vary. Some of us are committed to the path of least resistance. You know, you've met people like this. Some people are committed to having, with our children, the least amount of meltdowns. Certainly seen that. No matter what it takes, stop the meltdown or the tantrum or whatever, we give it to them. Or the happiness, right? The kids has a hard enough life. We might as well give them what they want in order to make them happy. The reality is, true change will require a commitment to a better life for our children. And this won't work if you're not committed. It really won't. It takes someone with strong resolve and emotional strength. So when things aren't easy, you can always lean on that commitment that you made to your child. So you need to be willing to say no in order to say yes to their future. And so the real question is, what are you committed to? I know for me, I'm committed to helping my son achieve his potential and remove anything that stands in the way of reaching that goal. Does it take more planning? Yes. Is my grocery bill higher? Yes. Has the lifestyle change that I've had to make been worth it? You bet your ass. Like, no question about it. It's worth it, and I would do it all over again.